Hey Guardians, welcome back to this 3-part series of trying to better yourself in the Crucible. Today we are talking about the one thing everyone asks. How do I improve my aim? Well, the thing about that is really difficult to see everyone's problems on why their shot is off. Actually, to tell you the truth, I had problems aiming in Destiny 2 because I had played so many non-FPS games for a while. It really boils down to a few tweaks that you need to make personally, and I'm going to do my best in this video to help you identify if there is a problem with your mechanic and to give you some helpful practice minigames to do to make the process of making your aim better a little bit more fun. But here we go. First, we need to talk about why you're missing in the first place, or you're just not sure why things aren't hitting. It all comes down to you analyzing your shot, whether that be you use your recording software to record a couple games or you use the internal capture things within your console. So like the PS4 share button on the controller and the Xbox 30-second capture videos that the console is able to do when you press the home button. Something to help you actually watch yourself play. I did this with my video editing because whenever I post a video, I watch the whole thing and see my problems. It's like watching film for any sport if you have done that before. You have to see what's wrong to fix it. Since I'm not looking at your footage, I am going to tell you the problems I had while playing early on in the game. First of all, I overcompensated left and right. I had a hard time tracking enemies that were jumping around everywhere, and I often overcorrected to shoot them and I would miss left or right. I fixed this problem by adjusting my sensitivity and really focusing on the enemy player. I learned to try and predict what they are going to do. Are they a jumper? Do they strafe? It was all a mental battle, really trying to focus that I need to follow the player and try to rule out as many situations as possible. Yeah, you thought I was going to be like, I just needed to play more and stuff like that. Nah, I really took into account what I was doing. Another thing I do actually horribly, and I still can't fix it, when I use a sniper, I flinch. Yeah, I physically flinch every time I shoot. This is basically because I hunt with my dad, but I don't do it enough to get used to the kick, so I flinch when I pull the trigger. When I play any game except for Call of Duty, I flinch when I pull the trigger, making my movements slow and me jerking the shot away from the player. So how do I fix this? Well, in my eyes, I have fixed it because I just don't use a sniper. I am trash when I flinch, and I am super slow when I do it, so bam! There you go. I stopped using it because it was hurting my chances with heavy ammo. See, we all have our problems. Now, once you've identified why you're missing, you can learn to correct it by focusing on that aspect only while you are in combat. It's just something you have to condition yourself into. Now that we have figured out your problem, we can head into the minigames. So I've come up with a few and tested some games to play in PvE so it doesn't feel boring just patrolling around. The first game is the No Miss Challenge. This requires you to find some low-level enemies like Dregs, Vandals, Thralls, Acolytes, whatever those enemies are. The small ones. The ones that are really easy to kill. I did this on Titan. It's because it's easy. There's a lot of Hive and Dregs everywhere just in a circle. You can literally run in a circle and do it. You can just skip the captains and the knights and boom. You can do it that way. You're also going to need a high-power one-shot gun, like a hand cannon or a scout rifle that do enough damage that kills them in one shot, preferably, but 2, I guess, is fine. 1 shot is probably the best. I use the Crucible hand cannon from Season 1, obviously, because it's really good. It's a good hand cannon. Then, you run around shooting each enemy with one-shot headshots. You do this for your whole clip. Don't reload. See how many times you miss a shot and try to improve that as you go. You play 2 or 3 clips and see if you're doing any better, track how many shots you're missing and how many shots you're hitting in a row and stuff like that. Also, don't walk around and hard scope the piss out of these enemies either. Actually move around, jump in the air, slide on the ground, do things you would do in a fast-paced environment. Otherwise, none of these minigames will work. This first minigame is for you to focus your accuracy to a smaller pattern while under fire and under pressure. The next minigame is all about speed. The Crucible is a place for speed. People push the map all the time, forcing gunfights in crazy close situations. Like very close. Now, the meta while in the Crucible is to shoot your enemy just enough, then get close enough to one-punch them. So, this is what we're going to focus on. You can do this in strikes, missions, and patrolling. So first get your favorite gun and go into your preferred mode and be a Russian god. Push all your enemies and shoot them just enough to one-punch them. This game is to train you to shoot first, then punch later. Too many times do I see Guardians punch me first while I'm shooting and I end up winning because I shot first then punched. It's a very common thing to do. Also, this game is for you to learn how to hit your shots in a panicked close range environment. You gotta hit shots under pressure, so close range encounters have to be a must win, especially if it's a 1v1 around an objective. The next minigame is called Cover. Yeah, that's, I don't know what else to call it, but in the game Cover, you do basically what it says. Use your cover. There are way too many times I see Guardians jump way up into the air when they're getting pushed by a team. Don't jump in the air unless you are around a doorway or other beneficial spot where you aren't out in the open getting melted. Use your cover, shoulder peek. Do all these things against PvE enemies so that you can do it in the PvP realm. Master your ability to essentially run away. You know what baits more players than anything? Chasing an enemy that uses cover quickly and effectively to get away. That person then gets mad because they want to kill you, and you being so nimble, lured them right to your teammates. Just use cover a lot and run from daunting situations. I do it all the time, and it's beautiful when a plan comes together. Well guys, that's all I got for this video. I really hope it helps you in your endeavors to become the best in the Crucible. If they work, let me know. Also, if you don't know how to fix your problem, slap it in the comments, and I'll try to work a solution with you. But that's all I got, so thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, Nova Bomb that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just do it. We all have fun here doing weapon reviews and other things, so join up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.